Thank you, Paul. Sorry. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you all. My name is Stephanie Stevens. I am from Vanuatu. I work at the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. Thank you, IPMSDL, for the opportunity to share the perspective of the Pacific, especially Vanuatu, on this virtual side event. I will also speak in this session on behalf of the active local-based network called Vanuatu Climate Action Network. I am happy to be among the distinguished speakers and expert. Access to safe water, sanitation, and hygiene is underlined by the SDG 6. Is the most basic human need for health and well-being. For that perspective, water is one of the fundamental human rights, and its access must be people-centered for human well-being. However, billions of people will lack access to these basic services in 2030 unless progress quadruples and action are taken. Demand for water is rising owing to rapid population growth, urbanization, and increasing water needs from agriculture, industries, and energy sectors. In the Pacific small island developing state, access to water is becoming challenging for coastal communities and inland communities, as it is damaged by the devastating impacts of climate change through sea level rise for coastal community and flooding and cyclones for the inland communities. So the Republic of Vanuatu is an island nation located in the South Pacific Ocean. Vanuatu
Okay, so I think we're having some difficulty.
With around 83 islands divided into 6 provinces. Recently, we have been hit by Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah. If it's you can turn off your video first, maybe because we can hear you clearly. If that's okay. Okay, so I think we lost Stephanie for now, and we'll get her back. Just fix her internet. But for now, while we're waiting for Stephanie sharing on the situation and issues and practices in Vanuatu, you can think of your questions, your inputs. You can chat it in our chat box. And then Stephanie, after Stephanie, we will open the floor. We'll give time to get your questions to our speakers, or maybe sharing. We'll give you, we hope to have very clear and precise questions. We'll try to give you a minute and a half, maybe, so we can maximize everyone's participation. Of course, because this water conference is really directed towards getting clear actions and commitments from different sectors, specifically to our governments and states, as there is really a emergency, a need to act now on how we can achieve and have clean water, people-centered water management, and how we can achieve this given the many issues that we are facing now in terms of development, climate, the livelihood of the people, the welfare of the community. So Stephanie's back, I think. Stephanie, can you hear us?
Yes, I am so sorry.
Okay.
I cannot. Yeah, I cannot
That's
put my
okay.
camera
That's
on.
okay. You can move. You can continue now.
I'm so sorry. Okay. So I'll just put off my camera. I'll just continue. Sorry. Yes, as I was saying, the Republic of Vanuatu is located in the South Pacific Ocean. Vanuatu is an archipelago with around 83 islands, small islands, divided into 6 provinces. Recently, we got hit by 2 tropical cyclones, category 4, on the 1st March and the 4th March. Recently. So this has caused a lot of damage on 2 of the provinces of Vanuatu. Now I'm going to talk about the Vanuatu government water action. So the Vanuatu government and other stakeholders working in the area of water, also with the help of developing partners, ensuring the strengthening of enhanced water supplies and system over the years. So the Vanuatu government has developed a Vanuatu National Water Policy, which is currently ongoing from 2017 to 2030, that seeks to deliver, or it is also linked with the Vanuatu National Sustainable Development Plan, which is currently ongoing since 2016 to 2030. And this Vanuatu National Sustainable Development Plan is also established to achieve the Sustainable Development Goal. And as we speak on right now on SDG 6 on clean water and sanitation. So with that Vanuatu National Policy established to strengthen the accountability of the institution necessary to secure a safe, sufficient, accessible and affordable, reliable and sustainable source of water for all. So I'm going to talk about what already exists and what is not existed in Vanuatu in terms of water safety and security, and what needs to be done, what to do. So firstly, what has already existed here in the country? Access to drinking water here in Vanuatu increased over the Millennium Development Goal period. So with a percentage of 94% of the population having access to an improved drinking water source. So there's piped water. The piped water is the most popular form of access to water, primarily followed by access to rainwater. So an increased prevalence of household water treatment, particularly in urban areas, suggests that the safety of drinking water is not guaranteed. So with the impact of climate change associated with the recent tropical cyclone, drought, prolonged rainy season, has also revealed that rainwater dependency and a lack of storage undermine the security of sufficient quantity of water. So what doesn't exist yet in Vanuatu? So in the absence of a robust drinking water quality testing, the quality of drinking water consumed by the majority of the population of Vanuatu is unknown. So we also have consequences on health, especially for children. This also affects agriculture, for local root crops cannot grow or there's a lot of water, so they rot in the ground, and they have this also have consequence in the sustainability of forest reserve and coastal area. The lack of any enforceable limits of abstraction or use of water resources, the severe impact of climate change, and inadequate storage of water suggest that drinking water security will be a major challenge in the future. So what needs to be done? The primary role of the government is to ensure the safe consumption of sufficient water for all. This means either ensuring the residual safety of water supply to consumer, or ensuring appropriate household treatment of water not safe at the point of supply. It also means identifying and enforcing water protection and buffer zones to secure the safety and sufficiency of water. This may also include anticipating and promoting investments that increase the ability to access stored water. So in Vanuatu, all the WASH project, most of all the WASH project in Vanuatu is supported by UNICEF, among other INGOs and local NGOs, involving construction of infrastructure such as water tanks, pumps, and toilets, along with education of good hygiene practices to the communities. So one of the main challenges is that the water system in Vanuatu is not climate proof. So with the impact of climate change, the sea level rise that induce saltwater intrusion into the underground well for the community makes it very difficult for them to have access to drinkable water. There's also another impact of climate change, which is drought, that also can reduce the level of underground water and poses issues on agriculture and food security. And also for the prolonged rainy season, that also causing floodings that destroy infrastructure and essential services such as school, hospitals, market, and houses. So some of the best practices, to conclude, some of the best practices that I wanted to share is some of the projects that came in Vanuatu. We have nature-based solution projects. We also have integrated land and coastal management projects. That is very essential because it has a component in this project that mentioned that buffer zones are very good. We need to include, or we need to do more awareness on that for, in the communities, so that they can understand that they should not be building houses near rivers, doing gardens near rivers to reduce soil erosion and landslide and flooding as well. So another best practices for Vanuatu, we also have the Vanuatu Climate Action Network supporting all of the members, the community members at the grassroots level, to access climate finance for restoration of forest and environmental protection that address the impact of climate change on water. So this is also good that we have more and more of community taking ownership to protect their own environment. The indigenous people taking ownership to protect their own environments, that's the water source. So community has also protected the environment, endemic species, and directly protect the water source by setting up protected land reserve and community conservation areas. So yes, to finalize, to conclude my short speech, I wanted to say that the Vanuatu government has, at the national level, developed the water policy, some of the strategy, some of the frameworks, and also encourage and strengthen the provincial level to find how to implement some of the strategies and some of the policies, and also other stakeholders helping also the community to implement some of the water safety in the water policy. I think I am done now. Thank you very much.